What's up, collectors and Transformers enthusiasts? Today I want to finally be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series 8602 Kup. Taking a really quick look at the packaging, you can see a nice certain logo on the side, Transformers movie here, 8602 and Studio Series down, and a nice image of him, as well as a nice display of the figure itself. On the side of the packaging, we got that same image, Studio Series 8602 on the top, and on the back, we got the casual robot mode and vehicle mode, as well as the 21 steps, unique Transformers guide. You can see the background there, and on the other side, we got that same image, but further away with the 86 on the top, and on the very top of the box, we got Transformers the movie. But this is pretty much it for the packaging, so with all that said, without further ado, let's finally take a look at this guy. And here we have Transformers Studio Series 8602 Kup in hand and out of the packaging, and as you can see, looking real nice, super accurate to his movie representation. I only have two cons, and we're gonna discuss those right now. But before we go into that, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the items that he brings. He brings two items. One of them is a blaster. Let's see if the camera can zoom in so you guys can appreciate sculpted in detail that it has. There you go. So you can see this is the same blaster that he had on the movie. Super accurate indeed, giving you a 360 degrees so you guys can appreciate, you know, the sculpted in detail that it has. Super nice indeed. And he also brings this little thingamajig. I don't remember how it's called, but this is the thing that he uses to feed the Alicons to prevent them, you know, from eating them. But you can see this is supposed to have some energy on, you know, store it inside, and this is the thing that, you know, they use to drink it. But this is pretty much it for the items that he brings. And for the features that this guy has, you can pretty much break the whole figure apart, just like in the movie, you know, when he is fighting the Kraken or the Octopus, whatever you want to call it. You can pretty much break every single section that this guy has, and it's awesome because you can really recreate that scene, you know, with the Octopus and stuff, and, you know, Hot Rod coming and fixing him. But that's pretty much the only feature that he has. But it's pretty awesome because, you know, they can do, you know, some Junkion figures, you know, and come and just basically extend every single part, because you can see this is the right arm, and you can come here and easily peg it here, and you can come here and take this apart and, you know, peg it on the arm. And, you know, same thing with the arm, you can peg it on the leg, and they can actually, you know, they have a good idea here. If they release some Junkions and they have the same feature, then you can, you know, swap parts and stuff. That's gonna be so awesome. Honestly, I'm honestly looking forward to it if they have that same idea. But this is pretty much it for the features that he has. For the sculpted in detail that this guy has, so good indeed. You can see that in the face sculpt, he looks exactly like he did on the movie. Super accurate indeed. You can see some bags on the face, you know, of the old man, and you can see some sculpted in detail towards the whole chest. As you can see, the Autobot logo, no pinches whatsoever there, and as well as in the face sculpt, giving you a 360 degrees, so you guys can appreciate that. Super nice indeed. As you can see, no pinches whatsoever on my particular figure. Hopefully that's gonna be the same on your case. But as you can see, no pinches whatsoever. Moving on to the chest, you can see no pinches on the Autobot logo. Super nice indeed, and just the sculpted in detail that he has. You know, moving on to the arms, as you can see, so nice, so accurate to the movie representation, and same thing on the other side. And coming here on this section on the legs, you can see so nice, sculpted in detail. As you can see some silver there, and the baby gray with the dark gray looks so good next to one another. They just look so good hand in hand together. And as you can see, just no pinches whatsoever on the whole particular figure, and just he looks so good. You can see some Autobot logos on the legs. That those are gonna become the left and right panels of the vehicle mode. But you can see so nice indeed, and he even looks good from the back. As you can see, he has a mini backpack, and you know that I hate backpacks, but in this particular case, so tiny, so small, and it compresses really well that I honestly don't mind it. But you can see he even looks good from the back. No sculpted in detail, so as a whole back. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's a couple of gaps here and there, but honestly, I really don't mind it. I don't mind the backpack neither. But as you can see, so nice. You know, it's so accurate to the movie representation. It's insane, and I'm really digging the face sculpt. But for my two cons that are on the same section is this one. This here, as you can see, it kind of makes him look funny. The arms are supposed to, you know, attach here, and they're way down here. As you can see, this is the you know, the upper section of the arms, and the arms are actually secured here. So I don't know. It's weird to me that they're so apart from the actual body. It really is weird, and I don't remember if he was like this on the movie. I honestly don't remember. But this looks kind of off for me. So that's my first con. And my second con is on this section as well, but on the transformation. When you're transforming this guy, you're supposed to detach this section. And this section just taps there really, really well, really securely. And you just kind of force everything, and you come here and you unpack that, and you unpack this. And you can break the whole figure trying to unpack this only section right here. That's actually kind of scary, and it bothers me to transform him back and forward. So I'm not gonna be transforming him often. I'm gonna be transforming him obviously on this review, just for the review. But just this section is so scary, honestly, that you have to put some force there, and you can break this section apart, and that's not supposed to come apart. This is, and this is, but this, no, I don't think so. But those are my only two cons for the figure. For the articulation, he's actually rocking some nice articulation. He can move his head side to side, a little bit up and down motion there. You can technically do a 360 degrees there. You can do a 360 degrees here. The arms can extend about that far and about that far, and it has swivel here, a hinge here, and he can do more than a 90-degree angle there, so that's nice. He does not have any swivel on the hands. He has a really tight swivel on the waist like that, and the legs can extend about that far and about that far. The splits, he can do really nice splits, as you can see, 10 out of 10 on that split right there. He has a swivel here, and he has a hinge there, and it can extend about that far, so you got a 90-degree angle there. This is, you can do an up and down motion here to the transformation. It has some ankle articulation as well, so some nice articulation there, not bad at all, honestly, super nice indeed. You can pull out some really nice poses with that articulation. And for a comparison, so you guys can see how he looks next to other 86 figures. Here we have Hot Rod and Blurr. So you guys can see how he looks next to one another, and they look so good. They just look like they just jump out of the screen into the boxes. It just looks so good, honestly, flawless indeed. And here is Autobot Jazz. So you guys can see how he looks next to all of the deluxe classes from the 86 line, and as you can see, they look so good next to one another, and they complete the set for me. They look so accurate, so good. They just flawless indeed. And now taking them out, so you guys can see how they all look next to pretty much every single figure that I have for the new cast of Autobots. So you guys can see how they all look next to one another. Let's see where I can put RC. Let me rearrange this just a little bit so you guys can see how they all look next to one another. And just, in my opinion, the scale again is flawless, and it's so good that you can mix and match figures from different lines, because as you can see, this is from the Siege, this is from the Earthrise, and they are from the Studio Series line, and they look just like they're all 86 figures. It's honestly mind-blowing. I love it indeed. I like it. It's just to throw Jazz there so you guys can see how all of them scale next to one another. This is the comparison, but let me take pretty much all of them out of the way so I can have some room for Optimus Prime, so you guys can see how Kup looks next to Optimus. Here is Optimus Prime, so you guys can see how they look next to one another. And just again, the scale, in my opinion, this is the way it's supposed to be. Flawless indeed, just like in the movie, super accurate. But this is pretty much it for the comparison. And now for the transformation to vehicle mode, it's actually pretty easy / complicated. The only complicated part is this one right here. Let's see if I can pull it off without no trouble. So first, what you want to do is obviously you want to come here and unpack this section right here like so, and then you want to come here and basically hide the feet like so, and then you want to come here and unpack this section right, and you want to rotate it or just move it just so it has an angle, and then peg it in again. So there's two tabs there. Those two tabs hold there. One is for when it's fully stretched, and the other one when it's slightly bent like so. So you want to go ahead and bang that like that, and then you want to come here and fold this like so, and then leave it that be. Come here and take that apart, and take this apart as well, and come here and rotate this section like so. But before you want to rotate this section there, come here and do the tricky part, Let's see if I can come here and do it without no trouble. There you go. You really wanna put some force into that, but it's sketchy because you can break it. So let's see if the other one, it's a little bit more easier. There you go. Nice. So when you unpack this section, then you want to come here and proceed to peg the wheels like so. They're kind of, you know, come out of the back, and when you have this gap here, you want to come here and proceed to fold this entire section like so, like that, and basically this is gonna cover up the face like so, like that. Leave that be, and then you want to come here and proceed to put the arm pieces around like so, and then you want to come here and rotate it, put that on place, and basically you're gonna hide the arms with this section right here. And when you do that, then proceed to peg a few things, like for example this section right here on the front and the sections on the side like so. And when you have it like that, come here and fold this to the upper section like so, and peg it in on the front like that. The same on the other side, fold that up and peg it in so it gets a little bit more secured like so. And then last but not least, the last piece that you want to come here and peg is the bottom piece like that. Come here and peg that in. And last but not least, you want to come here and peg, but this, you want to peg this just slightly. You don't want to fully peg it in, right in there. You want to just put it slightly, because when you're transforming it back to vehicle mode, if you peg that securely, when you kind of, when you come here and try to unpeg everything, this is gonna, break, because, basically the entire figure can break apart. So if you don't want to do that, then just peg it just slightly. Don't do it fully like that. Pretty much no one's gonna notice. As you can see, the vehicle looks flawless with that not fully pegged. And then come here and just see if everything is on place like so. And that's pretty much it for the whole transformation. There you have it. This is Kup fully transformed in this awesome looking vehicle mode. For the vehicle mode, you can see that same accuracy that he had on robot mode not translate really well to the vehicle. As you can see, giving you a 360 degrees, so you guys can appreciate sculpted in detail that this guy has. And as you can see, he has a lot of Autobot logos. He has one here, and one on the front. And honestly, I don't mind it. As you can see, no paint drips whatsoever on each one. As you can see, that's the front one, this is the left side, and this is the right side. So there's no paint drips whatsoever, and honestly, I dig this vehicle mode. I really like it. I love the Cybertronian look. As you can see, I love the black wheels, and I love that on the back has no wheels whatsoever. But if you true rotate it, you can see that he has wheels, and he can roll really, really well. Honestly, I was really surprised of that. But just sculpted in detail that this guy has. Honestly, I love the lines and stuff. He has kind of like mini exhausts on the sides here and one on the other side. I love that. You can come here, and if you have like little cubes, you can put it there, of Energon, just like in Cybertron. I honestly love the look of this guy. And you can come here and store the weapons really good. So you can see, you can store the blaster there and the Energon thingamajig here on the other side, and it really blends in. Honestly, not bad. The other vehicles, when you kind of peg the weapons outside and you're not hiding it, it kind of looks ridiculous. Like for example, let me bring Jazz here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That honestly looks ridiculous. Like, come on, this is like a porch. I really don't like this, and it leaves a hole there that I really don't appreciate. So as you can see, this one I really like this one. It really blends in really well with the vehicle. And for a comparison, so you guys can see how he looks next to other 86 figures, here we have Hot Rod and Blurr, so you guys can see how he looks next to them. And in my opinion, just the scale is flawless, and they all look like they just jump out of the screen into the boxes. They look so accurate, every single one of them. So you can see this is how they look on the front, and from the sides, this is how they look. It looks so accurate, just like again, like they just jump out of the screen. And let me go ahead and bring Jazz so you guys can see every single deluxe that the 86 line offers, and just they all look so good next to one another, super accurate to the G1 representation indeed. and just honestly, I'm super happy to own every single one of them, and they all will look so good on a shelf next to one another. And that's pretty much it for the 86 line. Let me go ahead and bring some old schools. Let me leave Jazz because he's technically, you know, OG figure, so you guys can see how they all look next to, you know, the originals. So you can see Bumblebee is technically the smaller deluxe. So you guys can see how he looks. Ironhide is kind of the bigger deluxe, so you guys can see how they look next to one another. And again, the scale is honestly pretty good indeed. And last but not least, let me go ahead and bring Optimus Prime, so you guys can see how he looks next to Prime. Let me take Jazz out of the way so you guys can appreciate more of the scale next to, you know, the two of them. So you can see the scale is super nice. They you know, scale really well. Honestly, flawless. This is the way it's supposed to be, and honestly, they all look so good next to one another on the shelf. It's honestly mind-blowing. But with all that said, this is pretty much it for the comparison. And now for transformation back to robot mode, it's pretty easy. You want to do whatever you just did, transform to vehicle mode. I like to start with this section right here to you know, unpeg the arms. I really don't like to peg them in because if you do, when you're transforming him back to vehicle mode, it really becomes a pain because this likes to unpeg. You know, pretty much the point of this figure is to break it, you know, just like in the movie. But that's gonna allow you to fully unpeg this section, and then come here and rotate this and rotate the other one like so, and then come here and proceed to the back and come here to unpeg this and put it, you know, straight like so. Do the same on the other side. Come here and straight that in and unpeg this section right there. Come here and fold the feet like so, and rotate this, you know, like that, and do the same on the other side like so. And when you do that, then you want to come here and unpeg the arms like so. Come here and unpeg the other one like that, and that's gonna, come on, man, you see pretty much everything comes apart, everything. So anyway, come here and fold this up, and that's gonna allow you to straighten the whole thing like so, and then come here and put this, you know, like that, and leave it be. And then you want to proceed to this section. What you want to do here is to come here and hide the wheels on the very back like so. Do that and do this one like so, and then you want to come here and full, you know, this section like so. When you hear that, that's on place. Do the same on the other side. Do that like that, and then last but not least, come in here, and pretty much what you want to do is to pull everything, you know, together like so, and then pull this section you know, on place like that. And that's pretty much it for the whole transformation. There you have it, Kup back into his awesome looking robot mode. And with all that being said, this is pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps for YouTube algorithm, and it helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get any value out of my content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Studio Series 8602 Kup.